Hello, everybody, and welcome to Red 2 Chatter, the podcast about everything Star Wars. I'm your host, Dallin, and with me I have my two other hosts and brothers, Jay.
Hey, guys.
And Ryan.
Hello, everybody.
And today we have some pretty good news today.
Yeah, it's not a whole lot of news, but we got some good news.
We have a lot of pictures to get through, so that's gonna be fun for me. So, first of all, we got Ron Howard tweets about the progress of the still untitled Han Solo film. So there it is, and he says, working out a shot with cinematographer Bradford Young. And it's just like this, it looks like they're in kind of like maybe a cantina, maybe a palace of some sort. With the pillars and the big chandelier right there.
I think a lot of people have been speculating it could be maybe Jabba's palace.
Could be.
Or something similar to that.
Could be.
Yeah, it could be.
And a lot of people are really focused on the creature in the back.
Yeah, that's what I focused in on when I first saw it.
I didn't see him at first. I was focusing on the pillars and the lights and stuff.
Right, yeah. People are really taking a good hard look at that. That creature in the back looks like he has some sort of helmet on. Looks fairly large.
Yeah.
You know, like much larger than a human.
He's got like some kind of suit on that like covers it. He looks like he's like hunching.
Yeah,
he's got a permanent hunch.
I mean, that's been all the sort of the buzz about this photo is that
creature.
Particular creature.
Well, that's the only one I can really see. The rest
and
of
sort of the setting, like could it be Jabba's palace?
Yeah. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be... It doesn't look... I hope if they use Jabba's palace, they use what Jabba's palace looked like in Return of the Jedi.
Surely they would.
They're not going to change it.
Because it's... I mean, there's not enough years to go by to make like drastic changes to Jabba's palace. But maybe this is like a different room in Jabba's palace.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, there's plenty of different rooms if you've ever played the... Is it the first Battlefront game?
Yeah.
Like for Xbox or whatever?
Yeah.
Where you get to go exploring a little bit.
Yeah, you can walk through Jabba's palace. There's a lot of places in Jabba's palace that you never get to see.
I mean, it's a huge place, so they could easily make it a different room.
Yeah, I guess, but it's definitely not a throne room.
Yeah,
right.
It is a palace.
Room. Maybe it's...
Or I don't even know if that's what it calls it. That's what I call it, is a throne room. It's like a throne room.
Yeah, just the central area. The main hall.
Gathering room.
Yeah.
It's like where he goes for his like entertainment hall, yeah.
Yeah. But like there's the whole trap door that drops you into the Rancor pit, and then behind the Rancor there's like a cave that goes up and then stairs. And yeah, there's a
there's a whole bunch because like wherever they take R2 to have him processed to become there's that droid guy in there.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever they keep the sail barge, maybe he's got a big old giant
garage, like a big hangar for the sail barge.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, it is a palace. It's
not like just one room, a few rooms.
Yeah,
it's a palace.
It's supposed to be huge.
But it's a cool image. And,
it is a very cool image.
Ron Howard is always out there giving us a little bit more,
a little taste,
but really nothing.
This one though gives you even more than we've seen so far. Though
yes.
I think this is actually giving us a little bit more to talk about.
Right, and like a lot of people are speculating, God, could that be like an ally to Han Solo? Like, where are you getting this from? This picture, I can just see a guy, you can't tell if he's an ally or an enemy or
just nobody,
an acquaintance, a complete just background character.
Yeah,
who knows?
Just filling space in the background.
I love reading other people's speculations because they dive deep.
Yeah, it's like he's just like one of those Last Hope aliens.
Yeah,
like while the music's playing in the palace or whatever, it's kind of just setting the scene.
Well, like Animaniman.
Yeah, Animaniman.
Yeah, he's just in the background. Jabba's palace.
Who even never does anything.
Yeah.
Nope.
So. Next one is we get new character images from The Last Jedi. So these look pretty freaking cool. So here's the guard.
Yeah, the Praetorian Guard.
The Praetorian
Guard, he's calling him. I still like the look of it. The more I see it, the more I like it.
Yeah, me too.
The more it grows on me.
Yeah.
Even the red color. It's very Star Wars-like.
It is very Star Wars. I still would like to see maybe just a tad bit
I like
different
just a little variation in the color, maybe.
Yeah, so it's not just solid red.
Red, yeah.
But I do like the definitely the Japanese and the Oriental influence in it. It's
so with the Asian
with the scaled armor,
Yeah.
layered.
And the big weapon, pike.
Yeah, the big,
big
pike
pike.
weapon.
Let me get a look at. Looks like
Luke Skywalker.
In a fairly dark, not the one you see in the Force Awakens. This is definitely a different outfit. Maybe it's a training outfit. Maybe it's...
Maybe, I mean, this pose right here where he's like kind of opening up his arms. I'm thinking, what if he's doing kind of the same trick that, like, you know, he's like doing that Yoda did with him, where he's like telling Rey to like lift something.
Oh, he's just waiting for him to get lifted up.
But like
He's
it's
preparing himself.
something huge, like bigger than an X-wing.
Oh, and he's like standing on top of it.
Or
She's lifting
it's
it up
behind it.
Oh.
It's behind him, and he just
maybe
goes,
he's lifting something.
Right,
Oh, okay.
right,
Now I know
yeah,
what
like
mean.
you know,
right. Maybe he's proving to Rey
how powerful
the Force is.
can be.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
By lifting something huge. I can see that from that image.
Yeah,
I'm guessing this is just him messing around and somebody snapped a photo because I can see like maybe on the floor where his like
His mark is.
where he's got to be for the shot. This could be just him messing around for all I know. I mean, this is another thing where you can read into it, but it could just be nothing. It's just Mark Hamill going, "Hey, look at me, man. Take a picture."
We're looking at these on Facebook, and some of the comments are pretty funny. Is "Come at me, bro. Can you dig it?" A nice Warriors reference there. He looks like Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
He does look like Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
Alec
does.
Guinness a little bit.
it does remind me of Obi-Wan.
There's Kylo Ren.
Helmetless.
Yep. With his new cape and stuff.
Right, so I think we're going to see a lot of Kylo Ren without the helmet in this movie. Just because, we see it crushed in the trailer.
Yeah.
So I think we are going to see Kylo Ren without his helmet more often in this movie than we saw in Force Awakens.
Yeah.
And just from all the promo shots.
Yeah.
There's Rey in her new outfit.
I love the gray colors.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks very similar. It's very familiar to her
tan
one. But, with the arm wraps and the sort of the long flowy...
And her hair's down, though, this time.
Right.
Yep.
And the boots and stuff.
Yeah.
It's very familiar but different at the same time.
You can tell she's been working out. Like those biceps. Right there. Ah. Yeah. You can tell she's been working hard.
There's another shot of the...
Ooh, they have different weapons.
Right, so maybe who we see Rey fighting in that behind-the-scenes thing might be the Praetorian Guards.
Might be.
Might be, yeah. This guy's definitely in a fight scene here. He's in a fight pose.
Seems like he's wielding it like a lightsaber.
Right, and maybe it's just like electrified or...
Yeah.
Maybe.
Sort of like we've seen the battle axe from last week's episode.
They're bringing a lot more medieval stuff
you
into
also,
it.
More melee type.
Yeah.
Yeah, or,
which I like.
It could be more like a weapon like they use in... Grievous's little guard guys use, where it can fight against a lightsaber and not get cut.
Because it's energy, like an energy weapon versus an energy weapon.
Yeah. Ooh.
Now this is the one that's kind of the most intriguing.
First look at Snoke in the flesh.
With his yellow bathrobe on.
His golden robes.
Golden robes. Man.
There's a lot of speculation as to who this person is.
It's the Emperor? That's not one of them?
No, a lot of them are saying it's Chancellor Valorum.
We'll get into that. We'll get into your theories and extra chatter.
There's one guy that says, there's one out there that it could be Chancellor Valorum.
Chancellor Valorum.
Who was the very first Chancellor that Palpatine gets out of power,
Yeah. Maybe.
That'd be interesting.
There's also the funniest one, I think, is
what?
The little youngling that Anakin walks in on, like the first
He's like,
one.
Sir, what are we going to do? That one,
Master Anakin, what are we going to do? And then that could be him. Why? My question is, I mean, seriously, if it is him, why would he turn to the dark side? Wouldn't he be like after the dark side?
Yeah, for doing what doing to
right, because certainly he would have learned what happened.
Yeah,
that's pretty funny.
So I thought that was kind of hilarious. It's just one of those funny ones. Funny. I really think Snoke is we've never seen this character before.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll get to.
Yeah.
There's another image right there.
Oh, gold member or whatever from freaking Austin Powers.
Yeah. I mean, he's very unassuming.
No, yeah, he doesn't look threatening or...
No, I mean, he looks scarred, beat up, like he's seen a lot, knows a lot. Looks very, like, intelligent, like, wise, but not like, just like he's, because of what he's seen and he's learned a lot.
I think
he doesn't look very, like, menacing.
I think the thing about him that makes him not as menacing looking as, say, something like the Emperor is his eyes.
It's the blue eyes.
Yeah, the eyes. It's more human. It's not so, like, devil, demon-esque, like...
Right, and you can see his whole head. He's not, like, shrouded in, like...
Yeah.
Secrecy. So...
Man, he's definitely got some scarring going on there.
Yeah, look at it. You can, like, see his, like, freaking
whole top of his head's, like, crushed in.
Yep.
So I'm wondering if he's not human, because, like, how could you survive that kind of scarring?
Those back-to-tanks are pretty amazing.
I guess.
Obviously, I mean, Anakin survived being burnt to death almost.
Yeah, and his arms and both arms and his legs chopped off.
It's gonna remind me of, if he ever takes a drink, it's gonna remind me of Pirates of the Caribbean when Barbossa drinks and you can see like it draining through his body. That's like exactly what it reminds me of. Ooh,
another image of Luke.
Hey, he's got a cane.
Yeah, it looks like he's sporting a cane or a walking stick.
He's standing on a box.
I think that's just a
pose.
Get that leg up.
Yeah.
The Captain Morgan pose.
Yeah. He's also got a gray coloring to him.
Yeah, just a dark gray.
But I like the stick.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Dallon's not jumping all over. Is he turning into a gray Jedi instead of just a Jedi?
I'm sure he's already... I'm sure that's what they're doing.
You think they're already there?
I think that's the direction they're going.
You got Finn.
Yep.
Still stealing Poe's jacket.
Yeah,
so it must have been repaired though, because didn't that thing get cut in half?
Yeah, and it got
across his back.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's got some big stitching across the back. We don't know.
Right.
But yeah, see, he's standing on the same cue mark that Mark Hamill is. They're just taking photos. I don't think that has anything to do with the actual
I think
movie.
this is for a photo shoot for a different magazine or some other website.
Yeah, so I think that was just Mark Hamill's pose that he decided to do on that.
Yeah, I forgot to mention this. So these photos and the photos that we're going to be talking about later, the Lego ones, these actually were originally on Imager, but they mysteriously disappeared from that website.
Yeah, they got taken down immediately. It was funny because I was out and about. We were on a toy hunt, really.
Yeah.
And I was, in between stores or walking through the stores to get to the toy department. I'm always checking my Facebook page for updates or whatever. And I noticed somebody had commented on our images of these images, the ones we're talking about currently, the character images. It's like, oh, they've been taken down. And, I was really looking forward to seeing them. So, like, sure enough, I went to look, and the ones that on Imgur, but then the same website that I got the images off of went to it. They just put in a different link, so they're back up on our page.
So thank you, Replica Prop Forum, for making our jobs a lot easier.
Right.
Here we got Phasma.
Yeah, with a spear of some sorts. I like the pose.
I wonder if she has that energy spear, the ones that those guys like Grievous's guards have. It's just there's no way to light them up and make it look like it's happening without special effects.
Right, they don't have the special effects added. It's just a spear.
She looks freaking awesome, though.
Yeah. And we'll get to a little bit more about her character later in the show.
There's Kylo with his helmet.
Yep, another Kylo. It's a different looking cape, it looks like. And it's definitely shorter. The skirtish piece, the skirt piece that goes around that he wore. Definitely shorter. So this looks more like he's like more combat ready.
Yeah, like he's ready to actually fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that pose? Yeah, like someone just made a joke about the Michael Jackson lean.
I don't know what that pose is.
It looks like he's looking under something.
Yeah, maybe he's looking under a ship. Hey, is there somebody under there?
Yeah, I guess.
And there he is with his lightsaber.
Lightsaber hilt.
I love his lightsaber hilt because it just shows how rushed, like,
It's very raw looking.
Yeah, it shows like it was kind of made in a rush, or it wasn't made professionally. Because like the wires on the outside of the
like he wasn't
hilt.
trained properly on how to build his lightsaber.
Yeah,
which
it's like
wouldn't be.
It's very mechanical and different. It's not so elegant.
Well, he should have been. Luke should have. Maybe Luke didn't.
He never got to that point in his training
maybe
where he constructed his own lightsaber. Maybe he constructed this one after.
He never got to that point, I guess.
Right.
Because I don't think he had any other adults on the island. Would he?
I don't think he was training them on that island.
No, he's training them at that facility that burnt. I think that we see burning in some of the.
Well, did he have any other like adult Jedi with him, or?
I'm sure he started training
younger
Ben Solo, much younger than we.
No, I mean, like, were there different age groups to the classes?
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure he had other Jedi. I'm sure Ben Solo wasn't his only student.
Well, yeah, I'm sure Rey was probably one of them. We got like a kind of a fan, so you can get the
cape,
perfect cape flow.
The cape flow. Yeah.
Wonder what that droid is called. The fan.
The fan droid.
Yeah.
A lot of Kylo.
Yeah, there's a lot of pictures of Kylo Ren. There's another Rey.
That does look pretty cool.
And,
another weapon for the guards. These guys are getting a full arsenal.
Yeah, a bunch of different types of weapons.
Right, and I wonder if there's going to be like 4 of them, and each one of them wields a different weapon.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool. Hopefully we get to see them fight, though.
Again, more Japanese.
Yes, I don't want to see them
weapons and stuff.
I don't want to see them use like the Return of the Jedi Imperial Royal Guards, where they just stand there, and they're asked to leave. You see them walk around
and disappear.
No, I want to see them in action.
Yeah.
Oh, and it can come together. Look at that. It's like it can split apart into 2, and then it can come together into a double-bladed staff. That is pretty cool.
That looks cool.
It does look like he has black underneath there a little bit, like in the leggings.
Like black tights.
Yeah.
Underneath there.
There's the one we've seen before.
Yeah, I think that's
all the way back.
Back to the beginning.
So what do you guys think of these images as a whole?
I like all of them. I mean, it's just showing us more. You get to see more like costume elements, I think, in some of these images.
I mean, that's basically what you're getting is the costumes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not getting any content of what's going on in the movies.
No. You're just getting more costume elements, and that's one of the things I love about Star Wars is the costuming.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The costumes are one of the big parts. The music, the costumes, it all comes together in like a big.
Right.
It
makes
big crescendo at the end, all together.
Everything comes together to make that perfect sci-fi fantasy movie.
Yeah. All right, next one is Gwendolyn Christie and Rian Johnson work to develop Phasma's backstory.
So if you just go to our Facebook page, you can sort of read through that article.
Yeah.
I mean, Gwendolyn Christie has quite a bit to say just about, her working together with Rian Johnson.
And how she really likes him as a writer.
And he was willing to take her ideas and incorporate them into the backstory of Phasma.
Yeah.
Because she's played the character, even though it was for a short period of time. She probably has some idea, You can't tell me if you play a character like that, you don't have ideas like, what was the backstory about this person? Because nobody knows.
Where did she come from?
Yeah, where'd she come from? Why
is she like this?
Why did she become, part of the First Order? Was she born into it? Or why is she so special that she gets the chrome outfit and nobody else does?
Yeah.
There's all kind of, what did she do that earned her that right?
What was her rise through the ranks?
So, like, the big question, I'm guessing what is going to happen is that Phasma is going to get probably her own solo book.
I know she's getting a comic book series.
Yeah.
A short one.
I think it would be good to have, like, kind of a Thrawn type of novel for Phasma.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I'm not sure one doesn't exist in, like, a young reader's or a young adult novel. I'd have to check it out.
Yeah. But, no, it is a really cool, just, like, article, and I'm excited to see her do more in The Last Jedi.
That's the biggest takeaway I take from this article is that we are going to get more about Captain Phasma.
Yeah.
Like, see her in more action, get to know her more. That's really what I'm taking away from this article is a hope that we're getting a lot more Phasma in the...
And if...
in the movie itself?
In the movie.
Yeah, and...
Yep.
I kind of hope they put her in kind of a... I mean, if they do a solo movie or a solo comic book series, I do want them to have, give her some sympathy, like you can sympathize.
A character that you actually like.
You're like, oh, yeah, that kind of sucks. Maybe something bad went on in her past. You're like, oh, that actually really sucks. But I do like the fact, but at the same time, I'm like, I really like her as this cold-hearted, just like, kill him,
right, like,
type of attitude that she has in Force Awakens.
Right, like she just asks, Kylo Ren is one of my favorite scenes, "Sir, what about the villagers? Kill them all." And then she's like, ready, aim, fire.
yeah.
Doesn't even hesitate.
Doesn't hesitate, just...
So, I mean, I'm a bit on the ropes, but I would love to see more Phasma. She's one of my favorite characters. And
definitely like to see more backstory on Phasma.
Force Awakens, yeah.
Because there's nothing there. It's the blank slate. They can do anything they want.
Right.
Yeah, like Boba Fett was filled up with Attack of the Clones and Clone Wars.
Right. You
Yeah.
get a lot more of his story.
Of his backstory.
Yeah, in the Clone Wars cartoon. Yeah,
How he started
way
out.
more in the backstory there.
And how he started out being a bounty hunter. So, who knows? Maybe the next the animated series will give us some Phasma backstory.
Maybe. That'd be cool.
That would be cool. Alright, so the next one is that we have Han Solo spin-off gains a composer with John Powell. Now, John Powell has done Kung Fu Panda, How to Train Your Dragon, and he's also done the Bourne movies.
Yeah, 3 of the Bourne movies. The ones that starred, well, I guess all
Matt
4 of
Damon.
them that starred Matt Damon, not the one with Jeremy Renner.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that this is a good choice because the soundtrack to How to Train Your Dragon is amazing.
That's the one everybody's talking about. Like, if you want to see how good this guy is,
Go watch
listen to
the
that
music.
movie and watch that movie.
Also, Kung Fu Panda is really good. He does a good job getting that, Chinese instruments in there. And
what I think it does a great job of is getting the music to sync with what's going on in the movie.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most important
That's the important part.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Star Wars does so well. I mean, if you watch Star Wars, any of them, there's almost no scenes where there's not music playing at some point.
Right.
Yeah.
It's almost always there.
Yep.
It's just in the background sometimes.
Right, and then as things like develop in the scene, so does the music.
Yeah, that's what's amazing. Right. Could you imagine having to do that as a composer?
And it's so like...
It's crazy. Because it almost takes... I don't know how it works, but I'm guessing they write the music after the movie's been shot.
Yes.
After
the final cut is done, then it goes to the composer pretty much.
Yeah, so man, just think how quickly you have to get that done.
Right.
You have to be good at what you do. That's why John Williams is probably, in my opinion, one of the best composers of our time.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, I don't know if there is a better
composer of our time. And I think he's one of the best composers of all time.
Yep. I mean, he very well fits in that category. Yeah, you can't deny him that place in history. I mean, he is there. He is there with the Mozarts and the Beethovens and
the Tchaikovskys and the freaking...
He's there. I mean...
The Bachs. Yeah, because I mean, I like classical music, and I would listen to...
Oh, Tchaikovsky is one of my favorites to just listen to.
Yeah. Handel, yeah.
Yep, and I can do the same thing with
John Williams.
Just listen to
Star Wars music?
The soundtrack, and
just listen to it.
Just listen to it.
What's amazing, though, is I can listen to it, and a lot of times I can sit there and go, okay, I know what scene this is.
Yeah.
How sad is that?
Right. But during the movie, it's just so seamless. Like, the music and the dialogue and the visuals and, everything just comes together seamlessly.
I've seen a few things where people are kind of like freaking out that it's not John Williams. I'm like, you do realize this is the third person that has done
only
music.
the third.
This is the third person now, so it's not like John Williams did everything up till now.
No.
Yeah.
I can't remember the other guy.
Giacchino or
is that his name?
Also, the guy who did Rogue One. Yeah.
Giacchino.
Yeah.
Giacchino. Okay, that's his name.
I think that's how you.
Hold on, it's up here.
It's an
I got
Italian
you.
name.
I got you. It's like, Michael Giacchino. Giacchino.
Yeah, Giacchino. I think.
Giacchino.
Yeah, and he did a real good job with Rogue One, so
yeah.
I think we're fine. I mean, I'm guessing John Williams might go in there and have a little bit of say on, just listen to it, go agree with him. Yeah, okay, yep, you know what you're doing. Then step back.
I mean,
I don't know.
Michael Giacchino's sound, or the way he did that music for Rogue One, it's definitely different, but it needed to be different.
It's its own story.
It's a different story. It didn't need to have the same tropes and the same, you get a little flavor of that when you get Darth Vader. You get his music a little bit, but it's different. And I think it'll be the same way for this Han Solo.
And now that you guys talking about that, I'm gonna have to go back and watch Rogue One again and just a lot of it listening to the music while I'm watching it, just to see if I can pick up on those maybe subtle differences between the two.
Yeah.
And I think there's nothing wrong with starting, doing something maybe a little fresh and new for.
Absolutely not.
No problem.
Nobody wants to think about.
Nobody's going to take away from John Williams.
Passing away, but one day he will.
He will. Yeah.
We're going to need more composers that can fill his shoes.
Yep.
They'll never be able to fill his shoes, but
they're going to be a bit too big of a size.
Yeah, right. But we need composers who feel comfortable with these movies.
Yeah.
And I think that's what
and probably, I'm guessing before this guy was hired, he got the blessing of John Williams.
I'm sure.
I'm sure they asked him, who would you think? Who would you?
We need recommendations.
Pick? Yeah. Who out there right now is somebody that you would trust with this franchise? And I guarantee you they went to him.
Yep.
If not, that's nuts. I would have gone to him.
I mean, to be honest, John Williams is entering the later years of his life. He's already entered them, I think. Yeah. And I'm sure they've probably talked to him about it, just as,
as a courtesy thing.
Yeah, as a courtesy thing and as, what is that called? Not only damage control, but, thinking ahead. So,
right, I think,
just in case.
I remember hearing that John Williams wants to finish out episode 8 and 9, and maybe he's done after that with Star Wars.
Yeah, and so they have to find. Yeah, he's retiring
because he doesn't. He wants to do. I mean, I remember him specifically saying he wants to continue the Rey theme. So he wants to be in control of that, like Rey's theme. So I know we'll get him through. We already have him in episode 8. I'm sure he'll be there in episode 9.
Yeah,
barring any unforeseen tragedies that might occur. I mean, we lost Carrie Fisher. Mm-hmm. You never know what happened.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen.
So the full assortment of Star Wars The Last Jedi Lego sets are revealed. This is the other one that was on Imager and then got taken down. But thank you to brothersbrick.com for helping us out.
Yeah, this is the Tashi Toy Box section.
Yeah, we moved on to Tashi Toy Box.
You totally forgot to say that.
Sorry. Whatever. Tashi Toy Box. You guys should have already guessed that. So we got a BB-8.
It's a large BB-8.
This is another one I'm having a little bit of issues. Not with the BB-8 itself, not with the Legos, with the packaging. I mean, packaging probably doesn't mean anything to most people, but to me it matters a little bit. I don't see anywhere on there where it says The Last Jedi.
Right. It just says Star Wars.
And I think it's a theme throughout all of these new toys that they're coming out with that it doesn't say The Last Jedi anywhere, and it's kind of just irks me a little bit because I keep everything almost Legos. I don't keep in the package. I build those and put those out. I keep the boxes though.
Yeah. I mean,
it doesn't say. I mean, I love the color palette.
Yes.
And the red, the red on the white.
And the fading of the red. Well,
right.
It looks like our logo of our Red 2 Chatter. That's why you like it so much.
Okay. It does coincide very well with our own logo.
Yeah. You can get put it on a stand. It looks like.
And the little pieces open up.
And the flame comes out.
The little flame.
The thumbs up flame that it has.
It's pretty cool. I mean, a lot of these are really good looking.
And you can twist his head around.
The Lego sets.
Yeah. You can twist his head around. You can wheel him around. That's pretty cool. You got the Star Destroyer. We looked at this one before, but it looks like there's some new pictures here with them. It looks like it can open up.
Take all the stuff off the sides and you can look on the inside.
Yeah, there's Snoke sitting at like the cockpit, I guess. That'd be, and then I don't know what that is. But
I think it was folds open.
Oh man,
it looks like
maybe.
it folds open
Wow.
into like a play set.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. That's huge. That thing's gonna be expensive.
Yeah, that.
Oh.
Looks like we get a little hologram of Kylo.
Yeah, looks. Yep.
Snoke talking to Kylo on a little hologram. Yep. Star Wars. It's amazing what Legos has become from when they were when I was a little kid. They're just the blocks.
Right. They've come a long ways into like these sets, and even if you look at some of their other ones, just like their city sets and the Ninjago, all of them are just so impressive.
Yeah, I also like the evil BB-8. I don't know.
I like how he has more of the angular head, not a round head, more of an angular head, like an R5 droid.
Yeah. Or an R4. R4s are the big... Yeah, R4s are the big cone heads. There's the First Order Heavy Assault Walker.
Yeah, we looked at this one earlier, too.
Yep, this one's been
out
for a while.
But that thing's pretty big, too.
Yeah. That thing's pretty cool. So we know we're going to get some sort of background
battle. Oh, I never noticed this, but there's a turret on his back, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Like another gun on his back. Here we got the Resistance Bomber.
Yeah, I think we've seen this one too, right? Oh.
I don't know if we've seen this in Lego form.
It's like Bionicle. You load in
this is the one though,
and shoot them.
Is this the one that they had some of those like preliminary drawings of?
Yeah, I believe this is the ship.
The ship that we were like way back on episode 7 or so.
Way back. We did. I think that was even before that. I think it was like
before 5
or 4 or 5, maybe even 3.
Because that looks familiar. The ship looks familiar. And
I think it was like those images we were seeing, like the drawings.
Yeah. The concept art that they put out.
I think this is the ship.
Yeah.
That was a result of those drawings.
There's Kylo Ren's ship.
The TIE Fighter.
Again, the freaking Vulture droid and the
Vulture
TIE
droid
Fighter.
TIE Fighter combo. We looked at this one earlier.
Yep.
That one was like back in episode 3, I do believe. And then looks like you can shoot the little turrets and stuff.
Yeah, you just
something flips open. Oh, the cockpit flips open.
So you can get him in and put Kylo in there.
Yeah.
Now that one I don't.
This
recognize.
one is new.
The Heavy Scout Walker, First Order Heavy Scout Walker. So it's gonna be. I think
that's weird looking.
It's gonna be a bit like maybe the Chicken Walker.
But with the spider legs. Remember the ones with the 6 legs from the Clone Wars?
Yeah, the
from Attack of the Clones.
Yeah,
it was like their heavy assault walker.
The tanks?
Yeah, the big tanks with like the bug eyes, and they have I think they're called the hummingbird droids, but
they're on the droid army side of things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they have big huge nozzles, and that's that turret.
Yeah.
But it looks more like something like that.
Like a combination of the two, a chicken walker and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is really cool. I like it.
It'd be interesting
you
to
got
see
the
how
flame
it moves.
troopers.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it moves.
There's the flame trooper back there. Yo, so get a resistance trooper, a first order gunner, which sits up there, and General Hux. Right there.
Yep, definitely be buying that one.
This one's a new one too.
Resistance transport pod. Now, what I think. No, wait, never mind. I was gonna say something, but then I realized it was wrong.
It looks kind of like a quad jumper.
You get Rose, Finn, and BB-8.
So this might be something to do with them. This is the ship they use to go to
maybe like infiltrate,
mission.
or it's definitely a small ship, so maybe it can go like without being detected too easily.
Yeah, it reminds me of like the quad jumper that Rey wants to get on when they run by. That's a piece of junk when they run by the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
The garbage will do.
Right. It also reminds me a little bit of Hera's ship, like the piece that breaks off.
The piece that breaks off the Shadow. Or is that the name of the ship? Shadow?
Phantom. The Shadow's the tiny, the littler one, right?
The smaller one that breaks
off. Yeah. So
that's the Shadow. Okay, whatever.
Something like that. I need to watch those more.
Yeah, I'm waiting for them to all come out in the set so I can just binge the entire 4 seasons.
Yeah. Alright, so those are all for the Lego ones. What'd you guys think of all those?
Just the only thing that drives me a little bit nuts is there's no Force
pack.
Yeah.
Speaking of the packaging,
yeah. See, like you get that. You get the. I mean, I'm loving that we're getting new figures and stuff.
Got the 3.5.
Yeah, the 3 3/4 inch sort of classic figures.
Yeah, that's the ones I like. Those are my favorites, just because that's what I grew up with.
So
but,
here,
yeah, there's just nowhere on there. Does it say it in there anywhere? I don't see.
I don't see where it says Last Jedi.
Last Jedi anywhere
no,
on
I
the
don't
packaging.
see it.
That's the only thing that drives me a little nuts.
I do love the white.
The white and red.
With the red. And I love the character art on the side, that depicts which character you're getting. That all looks good, but you're right, it doesn't
I would like them to
Last
have
Jedi.
like the card in the background like they used to. That'd be kind of cool. Like the collector card or whatever.
Oh,
that you had in the back.
And I'm not sure what the Force Link thing. Obviously, it's gonna be sort of some online.
Yeah, it's like activated. I mean, I'm surprised if they're doing this whole Force Link thing, I'm surprised there isn't like a button on him, like maybe on the belt right there. And there's like a little hole, and it's like, try me. And you can like press it,
right? I mean, if
and it does something.
Right.
Yeah, it makes a noise or something like that.
I don't want the 3 3/4 inch figures to get too carried away. I like them just to be like the classic figures, like I like,
So here's
just
the big,
simple.
Yeah.
Here's the big one. Here's the big. This is a blurry freaking picture,
That's
but
that ship from that planet Crate that goes that you see go across the
digs across the ground and shoots up the red stuff.
You also get a First Order trooper, one of those like foot big ones.
Yeah, I don't really.
12-inch
I
ones.
never really collect those ones. I just collect the small guys.
Here we got lightsabers.
I gotta put a cap somewhere on collecting.
So we have blue.
Yeah.
And then we have Mace Windu's for some reason. And then we have...
they always bring in some from the other movies.
Yeah. And then we have Luke's green one.
Looks like Luke's green one, and then also Luke's blue one, which is, I think, going to be
Rey's
blue one.
No way. I don't think that's... I think that's Darth Vader's. I don't think that's Luke's. Because it...
Well, No. That's the blue one. It's
you
got
sure?
That looks like it to me. I could be wrong.
Because I could have sworn that the blue one had more silver.
Well, that is a picture of Vader right there.
Oh,
yeah.
You're right.
And
that is Vader's.
Yeah, because I was like, I know Vader's looks very similar to his original one.
Yeah, it looks a lot like the blue one.
Yeah, so, like, I was...
The hilt.
And also, the little piece right there, I don't know what it is, but that's gold on the other one.
Oh, on the blue one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got another lightsaber here. I don't know who this is from. It's the builders, the blade builders. So you can like customize your own or whatever.
A Jedi or a Sith.
Yeah. The Jedi or Sith.
Yeah, sort of a more customizable lightsaber.
Yeah. Here you go. You got all the different ones right here.
Yeah, there's just a few.
Hux. Rose. Rose's sister. Rey. Way back there.
Poe and Finn.
Poe and Finn. That's all they really show you on that picture.
Yep, I think that's pretty much the first wave. And Luke, I think, the one we saw of Luke.
Yeah.
That's it.
Coming on Force Friday. Who knows?
With some Phasmas. With some...
I'm sure there'll be some stormtroopers.
I'm hoping we get some more Force Awakens characters.
Are those the Force links?
Oh, is that you get to put that little
wrist thing on there? I don't
know. Wristband. We'll just have to wait and see when they come out.
We got like a lot of pictures.
You don't have to go through them all. People can look at them on their own.
Yeah, but it's even more apparently.
Hey, is Rey gonna use the lightsaber like Ahsoka?
Yeah, it looks like she's holding it backwards.
She is holding it backwards.
On that photo.
I'd like to see that. Because, I mean, that is one of the huge things I love about...
Chewbacca, too.
With
a Porg.
One of those, yeah.
Is that what those things are called?
A Porg.
A
P-O-R-G.
Porg.
Those little, like... I don't know what they're called.
Little penguins.
Penguin-looking guys.
Yeah. They're creature name is the Porgs.
Paige. That's
Paige.
Rose's sister's name. Paige. There you
It's
go.
like a
C-3PO.
So there's more than just those ones.
Yep.
It's like
Chewie.
Kylo
Guy
Ren.
without his helmet. Yeah, so it looks like we're getting
Bucks.
pretty good assortment.
Yeah. Oh, we could have gone here to look at the those other pictures too. But yeah, it looks like we have a pretty good assortment. I mean, it's not as big as
Right. Of
some
course,
of the
all
other
those are supposed to
waves.
debut Force Friday, which is September 1st this year.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I like them except for the whole Last Jedi thing.
Yeah, it doesn't say Last Jedi.
Yeah.
It'd just be nice if it said Last Jedi somewhere on the package.
I would like to see the ones maybe from Last Jedi say Last Jedi, and if it wasn't a Last Jedi character, then it doesn't say anything.
Yeah, or you could put just Force Awakens on there too if
right,
you wanted to.
or you can put if we get any more Rebels figures, you could put Rebels. Or,
yeah, just a little badge of the somewhere on it.
Yeah.
But
So since we don't have any gaming with Gamorrean
we have
news,
another toy
do
one.
we?
Yeah, we have more
Which one? What was that? Since when?
in the show notes. We're gonna.
Oh yes,
discuss
that's right. Book review of the Star Wars Galactic Maps reference book. That's all you do because I haven't gotten one yet.
Right, so I put a picture up on Facebook of the book if you want to go check it out. But I really love this book. Just to talk about it briefly, it really goes into some cool details about the planets that maybe you didn't know, or there's things I learned. I had no idea that Rancors were native to. Was it? Alistair? No, it's Dathomir.
Dathomir, where the Night Sisters are. Me neither. I read that.
Right.
Sweet. This is where the friggin' Rancor comes from? Oh,
Right.
I did not know that.
That is sweet. So that means Jabba the Hutt must have went out on a hunting party and captured one
yeah.
for himself. Just to put those two pieces together and that sort of lore together is just cool to think about. Also, I didn't know that there were other species other than Ewoks on Endor, but there's apparently some giant creature that lives on Endor, and another one that's a more intelligent creature that lives on Endor. So it wasn't just the Ewoks.
Ewoks on Endor, yeah.
But it's just a cool book. You need to really dive into it and spend a lot of time just looking over
it's got great art in it.
Yep. Just looking at the different planets and maps and stuff.
Yeah, no, it made me realize I was totally wrong when I said that the Citadel was on Mustafar, and it's not. My bad. I can't remember the name of the planet right off the top of my head that it is on, but it's not on. There's another lava planet out there besides Mustafar. Is it Mustafar? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where the battle between.
I think it's not Malastare. I don't remember.
No, it starts with an L.
Yeah.
But I don't have the book in front of me.
I don't have the book in front of me, so I don't know. But yeah, I just whoops, I made a mistake there. The Citadel is not where I thought it was.
But it's cool.
It gives you a lot of information.
It's definitely if you're just love that kind of stuff like I do, it's definitely a book to pick up.
Yeah, what's funny is they have a big picture of all the planets in the of course it's 2D, so you don't know exactly how close they really are to one another on the map, and of course Camino is not on the map, which I thought was pretty cool. I mean, I think it's mentioned in there in the book.
I mean,
it's
in the book.
It's in the book, but it's not on the map. Kinda like when Obi-Wan's looking for it, you can't find it.
Right.
Yeah, it's this empty space
Yeah.
where it's supposed to be. And then we have the Forces of Destiny figures are in stores, and your first impressions, because again, I haven't gotten one yet. So you two.
So we picked up the Leia with Wicket.
And Leia in probably my second favorite outfit that Leia wears.
Her indoor
I
outfit?
love her friggin' trench coat outfit with the helmet. That's probably my second favorite. I think my favorite outfit that Princess Leia ever wears is the actual Hoth. Her Hoth outfit.
Yeah.
Her Hoth gear. The puffy jacket.
Yeah.
For me, my favorite is
the classic
dress. Her outfit that she wears. Well, I love that one. But
that's different. That's a disguise.
Right.
That's not an outfit.
The outfit she wears on Cloud City.
Okay, yeah.
With the two hooped braids on either side of her head.
Yeah, and the gown.
It's just really elegant looking.
Salmon gown.
Yeah.
Kind of reddish
That's
salmon gown.
That's probably my favorite outfit of hers.
Yeah. I like the Hoth. I just like her in the Hoth gear.
Which
that
one's
was good too.
supposed to come out next?
Well, there's also there's already 4 out. There's that Princess Leia. Then there's another Princess Leia one, right?
Yeah, Princess Leia in the Hoth gear, I think.
I can't remember.
And then there's a Rey.
Then you have Sabine is
and
out.
Rey, right?
And I think Rey is the other one.
Yeah.
We didn't see the other ones at the stores.
No, otherwise I would have bought them.
Because they weren't technically supposed to be out until the 31st at Target, and then the 1st, which is the day we're recording this,
everywhere else.
For everywhere else. But Toys R Us,
in our area, put them out on the 29th.
Right, the only one they had available was the Princess Leia and Ewok, so we snagged those ones up.
Yep.
And just like, they look awesome.
Yes.
I love the way they look. We got to see them, of course, at Celebration in Orlando, but we didn't get to see them in their packaging. And
the
packaging is
huge.
It makes the figures look so big, like to get that scale, because you see them in their cases, at Celebration. You're like, okay, it's this big or whatever.
Yeah.
But when you buy it as a package deal, that package is huge. Yeah. So I was like, man, where am I going to... I have very limited space at my place where I keep my collection. It is, tucked away on top of a nightstand behind some other stuff for now, until I can figure out what I'm going to do with, especially once I get all these other ones.
Yeah,
which we're going to go look for later today.
Yeah, yep. The one that we got also has a Wicket in there with it, so it definitely the boxes
and all the props and
then it does.
Clothing.
I hang, all the 3.75 figures I keep in the package, and I hang them on my walls, and I have them stacked 5 deep or 6 deep. I'm like, I can't even hang this because it doesn't have a hanger; it's just a box. So I've got to find shelf space for it now.
You need shelf space.
Whew. Man, and this is just the beginning because there's going to be an Ahsoka coming.
Oh yeah,
there's going to be an
Amidala
coming, and then
when
we do our extra chatter. Well, I've got a little question about the Forces of Destiny itself. I've got a question about that.
Okay, well, speaking of extra chatter, since there is no Gaming with Gamorreans news.
One thing I would say about this, the Gaming with Gamorreans, if you guys want, if you're a huge gamer and you want to learn a little bit more about this, the whatever.
Yeah, coming
this game that's coming up. Go on to I was watching the Jedi Council, and they actually have the little girl that plays the character.
Oh.
One of their more recent episodes on the Jedi Council.
Yeah, I think her name is Ada.
Yeah, something like that.
Iden Versio
Iden Versio, yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
that's the character's name.
Oh yeah, but I don't know what the actress's name is. Yeah. But they had her on, and I usually don't watch the Jedi Council, but I was like, hey, I was at work and it was kind of slow
work day.
I flipped that on while I was walking around doing some of my work. And I was listening to the, and she had some, she couldn't say much about what's coming, what's in the game, but it was an interesting interview with her. So, if you want a little bit more about the game,
just go over to Collider Jedi Council on YouTube, their YouTube channel, and just check them out.
Check them out. Yep.
They're a great source. I like Christian Harloff. He's definitely a Star Wars fan. I mean, the guy nerds out over everything Star Wars. He's a cool guy. He's the host. The dark-haired host.
I like the other guy.
Ken Knapsack.
He's the guy that knows everything about Star Wars.
He is the encyclopedia.
Yeah, that guy's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That guy.
Ken Knapsack, and he's hilarious.
Yeah, and he's pretty
funny.
Yeah. So yeah, if you want a little bit more about the game that's coming out, the Battlefront 2, that was an interesting interview with her. She tried not to give away too much, but
yeah,
she wasn't allowed to. But it was still pretty cool.
And then the following episode, they had. The author for the book that leads up to that game.
Yeah.
She's on the next episode after. This is the most 2 recent episodes.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see that episode. I just saw the one. I saw that because I saw the Battlefront, so I was like, I'll watch this one.
Yeah. Alright, so we have some extra chatter now.
Okay.
And so first of all, I just want to do this real quick. So this is on Comic Book Star Wars. This is from the Han Solo thing talking about how it got its conductor for its soundtrack. I just saw this and I thought it was hilarious. So, out of these 4, who would you want to see a solo film from? Darth Vader, Jar Jar Binks, Yoda, or Boba Fett?
Alright, well, we already have a Darth Vader solo film. It's episodes 1 through 6.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, really.
Yeah.
As Darth Vader, yeah, we haven't seen as much.
Well, and Yoda too.
Look
at Yoda. You get him from freaking Force or from Phantom Menace all the way up through there's a lot of Yoda in.
Yeah,
Yoda's shrouded in such mystery. I would like them to keep it that way.
The only movie that he's not in is New Hope.
Sorry to the Jar Jar Binks fans, but I don't need to see a solo movie. Nobody's gonna go see a solo movie of Jar Jar.
We have enough episodes,
and I really don't want to see just a Boba Fett movie. I want to see
a bounty hunter
movie with him as part of the ensemble cast.
Yeah, me too.
So none of the above.
Yeah, so none of the above.
None of the above.
I really want to see them branch out into other areas of Star Wars that have nothing to do with
the original movies.
Yeah.
The saga.
And the original characters.
Making new
going
characters.
into more backstory on other characters. I really love the idea about the Han Solo movie, and excited to see it.
And an Obi-Wan if they do an Obi-Wan.
Right. But other than that, I don't really need to see that much more of these characters. I mean, you could get into more of newer characters like Jyn Erso or, some of the characters that aren't related to the sagas as much.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind, well, except for I don't think I need a movie about it, but I would like to have more backstory on Qui-Gon Jinn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And even some of the guys from Phantom Menace would be
I'd like to see like an animated series
on Qui-Gon
that.
Jinn. Yeah, not a movie.
Not a movie. Solo movies, I need
more branching out. Yeah.
Right, I need them to build on the universe.
Build on the universe. Yeah. I agree with that.
All right, so any other questions?
We know most of the characters that they came out with for the Forces of Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Who else would you like to see that hasn't been done yet for the female characters in Star Wars?
Barriss.
So Jared Dallin wants a Barriss.
Captain Phasma.
A Captain Phasma. Yeah.
Let's see. Luminara. There's
Unduli.
Yeah.
Luminara Unduli.
Luminara. Shaak Ti. Ayla Secura. I was like, come on now. Know her name any other day. But Ayla Secura.
What about Satine?
Satine would be pretty cool.
Barriss, Satine.
I would definitely buy a toy of Satine, instantly, because I love her design.
How about some of the bad people?
Ventress would be really cool. Ventress would be awesome. Aura Singh would be another one that would be really cool.
Who's the girl that's got the green?
Mother Talzin.
Mother Talzin would be that one would be pretty cool.
Just little snippets of her, maybe even further back in her life. Where how did she become the witch, the leader witch lady?
Right, because you learn through that book, the Galactic Maps book, that the witches on Dathomir, they use the Force. Yeah. They just use the Force in different ways. They've manipulated it to their ways, or just using the parts that suit them.
And it also tells you that they're only one clan, so it's not like all the witches got wiped out. They're still out there somewhere.
Right.
Because
But do you guys know the name of the bounty hunter girl that's in? She's on the episode where they're on the train under the ground.
She's pink skinned.
Yeah, and she's got that whip that comes out that looks like kind of like leaves, metal leaves.
And it's like a chain.
I can't think of her name. That one would be cool.
Yeah, Aura Singh, obviously. If you guys haven't seen them,
yeah. There's a lot of really good ones that you could do.
I mean, I wouldn't say Mon Mothma.
Mon Mothma would be really cool.
There's some other ones, that are definitely lesser known. I would like to see what's her name, the changeling that tries to assassinate
Zam
Wessel. Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of possibilities for this.
Oh yeah, if you want to branch out and
it doesn't have to be just heroines.
It
doesn't have to be heroines.
Right.
It can be.
You can definitely do that.
Bad people too. You can definitely do it.
Yeah, right. You could definitely do it. I would love to get a
maybe with the evil. Maybe with the evil ones, it's not called Forces of Destiny. They're a different
something else.
Right.
Something else. That would be cool.
Because this is kind of more
Forces of Darkness.
Because this one's more the heroines, the good guys.
Yeah.
Or the good girls of
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars.
Like the Forces of Darkness.
Yeah. I think there's so much opportunity here to make all kinds of great stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, because while you'd like to think that the movies, good prevails and all that, people are drawn to the dark side. I mean, and it's a natural thing.
That's all Clone
to
Wars
be human,
is.
You know?
That's human. Everybody's got a little bit of a dark side. Everybody's got a little bit of like, then there's some people that are like way more light. And there's like some people in real life that are way more dark.
That's why
just the way it is.
Clone Wars is the way it is because, like they knew people wanted to know more about like what the villains were doing, like. So they made Clone Wars where you actually get to see what the villains are doing. For once, you almost never see that in the movies.
You get to see more of their perspective.
Yeah, and I really like that.
I didn't even think about that, but that's you guys are talking about other movies, like they said. Those people, out of some of the characters, like in the Clone Wars cartoon, I'd love to see an actual live action, and maybe this is how you could bring in all the bounty hunters. And make a bounty hunters movie, but not because. But I'd like to see one more centralized around Hondo, the pirate.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
There's so much opportunity there.
Yep.
He's one of my favorite characters on there. He's hilarious.
He's a great character. People don't like him for some he's very polarizing.
Split.
I don't know why.
You either love him or hate him.
I think he's hilarious.
That's the. I love him.
Like one of my favorite ones is when they're the episode where they're fighting with Saul Guerrero and his sister, and they need some rockets to help knock down these ships. And so they can't. The Jedi Council's like, well, we can't be involved. Blah blah blah.
Right.
So they go through a third party. They go through Hondo. He lands. He's like, hey, I'm here. And all of a sudden, then there's like some blasts go off. Time to go.
He's like, look at the time.
He just gets on the ship and leaves. He has no interest in helping fight or nothing.
Right, he'll bring you the stuff you need, but he's out of there. He's not going to help you.
It's one of my favorite episodes. It's that scene is one of my favorite scenes.
Or
all like about self-preservation.
Oh yes,
I love that.
Another great Hondo scene is when Aurra Sing comes down with Boba Fett on his planet, and like Hondo sees Boba Fett and he's like, "Not mine, I hope," or something like that.
Not one of mine, I hope.
Yeah. It's a great.
Yeah. Like as far as like comedic trip, he is like one of the funniest characters.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And he's the guy who has Slave One.
Yeah.
Yep. He owns it.
All right. You guys have any questions you want to ask? I got another one.
I forgot another one.
Go ahead.
Okay, this one is like
we can do.
I've always wondered this. Maybe you guys know the answer. Maybe there is an answer. I just don't know it. What happened to all the droids? And why did the Empire not keep them after the Clone Wars? Why didn't they use both the clones and the droids? I mean, they're both run by the Emperor,
right?
What happened to the droids, and why didn't they keep the droids?
All the R units?
No, all the battle droids.
Oh, battle droids. Okay.
The droidicas and
okay,
how come they didn't keep
super
all
battle
that
droids and stuff?
Yeah, why didn't you keep all that stuff and integrate it in with the humans? What's the reasoning behind this? What's your theory, or is there a reason why?
I don't know that there is a definitive answer to that, that's out there in canon. If there is, I'm unaware of it. It could be in a book I haven't read.
Okay.
Who knows? My theory on it is to differentiate themselves as they won the war. Okay, so we won the war with the clones, not with the droids. So the droids were, the lesser, I guess. So we can't use them because we defeated them. I mean, it'd be like...
kind of telling people that I was playing both sides,
Right, exactly. Telling people, it would be cluing them in as to, I created this whole thing myself and played both sides.
And that might have had an uprising against the Emperor.
Right, so to generate, more continuity, amongst the systems and to bring them together, that the droid army is no longer, we defeated them and destroyed all of them. That's why, just to create that illusion that...
But you would think, well, somebody would have them, though. Somebody would use them for some purpose. Or did they just melt them all down and make them into a Death Star?
Maybe they used them for parts,
Yeah, it could be just scrap metal.
Maybe they melted them all down for scrap metal because they needed it for the Death Star. Who knows?
Yeah.
I always wondered what the heck happened to why didn't you just use both? But I understand your theory there, though. You didn't want the people to know that you were actually playing both sides as the Emperor.
Right, so to generate, more... what's the word I'm looking for? It's
loyalty.
Yeah, I guess loyalty for the systems and like throughout the Senate, like because they still were trying to do that, keep the Senate involved. Yeah. I mean, you just look up to the events of Rogue One. I mean, the Senate will never go. They're still talking about the Senate and the politics and stuff, even though the Emperor has supreme control over everything. Yeah, I think just to generate like more.
Just continuity, loyalty. So that, and everybody goes, okay, we won the war, so we're the winners.
Right, we're the winners.
So then what happened with the Separatists that lost? Those
Well, those people probably were just like, you either join
absorbed into the...
You either join or we'll destroy you.
Okay.
That's my guess.
Yeah, I always just wondered, and you think though, it's out there somewhere, maybe they'll bring it out in one of these next few episodes, like, maybe there'll be some battle droids still around. Right. Because you got to be some fringe group like a pirate.
Oh, yeah.
You think have some of that stuff, that technology, so that it's still hanging around.
Right, like pirates, bounty hunters, anybody that's like Hutts, you would think that they would like...
Maybe,
be able to use those droids and stuff to their benefit.
Yeah.
And just weird, it's just always kind of strange that they just disappeared all of a sudden.
Okay, so the last thing that we're gonna talk about is a currently unnamed segment. I'm gonna try to find a name for it. I'm gonna try to figure out a name for it, but it's basically gonna be where I tell you something from Legends that you guys have probably never heard of, and then you're gonna tell me whether or not you think it's really stupid and like should never be in canon ever, or
like Chewbacca being killed by a friggin'
moon. It's a planet.
A planet lands on him? Yeah, that's stupid.
Okay. Or if you think like, hey, maybe that's not, that bad. I mean, I already know your answer for this one, but for the one I'm about to tell you. But this is Skippy, the Force-sensitive droid. So, basically, the story goes is that this droid was made, by the automaton group. And they basically, made him with his own personality like they do with all our series droids. But he was special because he could use the Force. Not in, like, ways that, regular humans, living beings can. He could see the future. He could get visions of the future. So, when he was about to get bought by Owen at the beginning of not Force Awakens, New Hope, he blows himself up so that way Luke can get R2-D2 because he'd foreseen it through a Force vision. And so he sacrificed himself.
So R5-D4 is Skippy.
Yeah, Skippy.
The Force-sensitive robot.
Yep.
Force-sensitive droid. Sorry, not a robot.
Yeah.
I don't want to pull Luke Skywalker here. Stupid.
Okay. I don't mind... some of it, but the name Skippy has to go.
Maybe
he's just R5.
Yeah, he's R5.
R5-D4.
Now, perhaps R5-D4 has been around and knows or had communicated with R2-D2 on the ship or on the barge.
Sandcrawler.
Yeah, the Sandcrawler. Like, hey, look, about the plans.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe R5-D4 knows, because maybe he's been there before to the Lars homestead, just never bought before. They just never purchased him. They never had a need for him. So maybe he's been there. Maybe he knows Luke. Maybe he knows Obi-Wan. He's just seen them because he's been put out in front of these people to purchase and nobody's bought him. But
you mean Owen, not Obi-Wan?
Yeah, but maybe he's seen Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan too, yeah.
Maybe the Jawas go out to Obi-Wan.
Sell him a droid.
Try to sell him stuff.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
So maybe he's seen Obi-Wan. Maybe he knows some things. Maybe he told R2, like, hey, look, you need to be bought by these people. Or you need to try to be bought by these people. They know who you're looking for. Maybe they had a little conversation.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he needs to be Force-sensitive and see into the future.
Right. We can get rid of that part. But we can add this other part to canon that they communicated. and so when Lars decides to buy the R5-D4, he's like, no, I can't let this happen. He's going to need R2 instead.
Yeah, so he blows his motivator.
Right. Yeah. Pops his motivator out and gets sent back to the line. R2 gets bought.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, that makes more...
That's
way better than Skippy the Force-sensitive robot.
Droid.
Droid. Sorry, God, robot. That's how bad that idea is.
Stop being a Luke.
That's how bad the idea is. I call them robots.
Because, I mean, I just don't see how a non-organic being or organic thing can be force sensitive, because the force lives within you. I mean, maybe.
Yeah. But for this segment, I was thinking about, I don't remember the name right off the top of my head, but I was thinking about calling it Scouring and then I was going to put the name of the junk planet that... No, the junk planet that Maul is on.
Darth Maul's on?
That Savage goes and finds him on. I was gonna name it after that, but I don't... Yeah, I have to look up the name. Because, it's all been put into legends and stuff.
Yeah, whatever the name of that planet is called, you'd be like... uncovering the legends of whatever the junk name planet.
Yeah. And just, it's
something like that.
It's an idea that I've had in my head, and
we can do that segment right before.
Especially when we have especially when we have extra time.
Yeah.
It can be just part of the very first part of extra chatter, whatever you want to bring up.
Yeah,
we just call it. Yep. It'll be a subsection inside extra chatter.
And also this goes for anything. It could be just characters like Skippy was, or it can be entire plot lines that I describe to you, and then you tell me if
Right, and eventually I'd like to get comments from all of you out there.
Yeah, what you guys
add
think.
into the extra chatter.
What you guys think about the legends?
Well, it would be nice also, once we get the fan base up, is to have you guys send in questions that we can go over.
Or send me ideas for legends that you want me to talk about.
Right.
On
or
the
just
show.
Any question at all that you have out there,
any
question. What have you always wondered about?
Because we talk about everything Star Wars here. It's just not just canon.
No, not just canon.
We can talk about legends too. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode 15, the 15th episode of Red 2 Chatter. We are working on our studio right now.
Yes, it is in the works. We're making purchases and
progress.
Designing the
I'm
area.
looking at it right now.
Hopefully by episode 20 we can be on camera.
Right.
Hopefully.
We're shooting for episode 20.
Yep. And so that will hopefully happen. And then you'll get to see our lovely faces.
Right, and hopefully...
hopefully we don't scare you off with our faces.
And hopefully, unlike... Stormtrooper will hit that target on the 20th.
To be honest, you've seen Jay already. You've seen pictures of him because he's posted a picture of himself on
drinking his blue milk.
Drinking his blue milk. So you've seen him already. You haven't seen either one of us, either Jay or Ryan or I. So you don't know what we look like yet. So please like, comment, and subscribe in order to keep up with us, and also like our Facebook page as well, because. Again, anything that we talk about on here, except for maybe some extra chatter, is always on that page.
Yeah, and there's another place where you can throw questions at us.
Oh, yeah,
Try
definitely.
to answer them.
And also, on the Facebook page, every Wednesday, I'm going to do a feature for fan art.
Yeah.
So check for that on the Facebook page as well. That's going to come out every Wednesday. I'm just going to sort of highlight an artist that's out there and just give them some props.
Yeah. Also, once we do get the fan base up a little bit, we can start some Q&As.
Right.
Yeah, some just regular Q&As. Maybe that's like a whole section of its own that we could add to the show. So, yes, Jay, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at jaybird51 and on Instagram at jwilsonbydesign.
Okay, you can find me on YouTube as well. I have a gaming channel. I've recently gotten back into uploading and recording, so that's good. It's down in the description below. And I also do another podcast with my sister called Spiels to Reels. We talk about basically everything, movies, comics, basically pop culture and stuff.
I don't do social media, so...
Okay. So I hope that you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye.
Laters.